We've all heard the names Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello. While they are the Ninja Turtles, they were also some of the most famous painters and artists and sculptors that lived during the Renaissance period. And today we'll be talking to you guys about Donatello. Oh, my name is Alex Ordinas, and I'll be talking to you guys about Donatello's and his early life and some of the sculptures that allow his name to become written down in history. Donatello was born in 1386 in Florence, Italy, and his father's name is Niccolo di Bertobardi, and his father was a member of the Florence Wool Combers Guild, which allowed Donatello to have a closer interaction with people who knew smithing and knew a lot about metals. Donatello was also educated in the House of Martellis. The House of Martellis was basically a wealthy family in Italy, and they had a well-known reputation. Historians believe that during his lessons and first years in the House of Martelli, Donatello was taught by a goldsmith how to smith gold and create some other type of metals. In 1403, Donatello started an apprentice under Lorenzo Ghiberti. A few years down, Lorenzo was given a task to make bronze doors for the Florence Cathedral. That's where Donatello met one of his friends that's called Brunelleschi, and he would later become a famous Italian architect. During the years, Donatello and Brunelleschi formed a relationship and a bigger friendship, and in 1407, Donatello and Brunelleschi traveled to Rome. It is believed that they traveled to Rome to learn about the arts, and it is believed, while it's not on record, that they explored their own ruins, and that's where Donatello learned more of his classic and decorating styles of arts that would later come to change how art was viewed in Florence and Italy and all over Europe. After traveling Europe and making sculptures for other people, even for kings, Donatello decided to return to Florence. He decided to return, and then he during his retirement he worked for the Medici family, and he also took jobs from other rich people. That's how he was able to make money till his death came on December 13, 1446. Now that we know about Donatello and some of his influences that led him to become an artist, I would like to discuss some of his most famous artwork and sculptures. The first sculpture I would like to discuss is called the Saint Mark. He worked on Saint Mark from 1411 to 1413, and the Saint Mark is mostly known for the realism and natural posture of the human body and how it was almost lifelike. It took him around 2 years to finish that sculpture. One of the other sculptures that was done around the same time was called the Saint George. Donatello worked on Saint George from 1410 to 1415. In this sculpture, Donatello showed his deep understanding and profound understanding of the human body and the depths. And the sculpture it also looked almost lifelike, like a real human body. One of the paintings that had one of the most impact is called the Equestrian Statue of Catemaleta, and he started working on it on 1443 and finished it on 1453. The statue is based on one of the best generals of Venice called Erasmo. After Erasmo died, his family basically asked Donatello to recreate a statue. The statue portrays Erasmo and his horse ready for battle. When the statue was finished, it had such a large impact on Europe that even the king of Naples started asking Donatello to make a sculpture for him. The last sculpture that I would like to discuss is one of the most famous that I'm pretty sure we all know which one it is. It's called the David. The David was worked on from 1430 to 1440. It took him also 10 years to finish. The David versus Goliath fight is shown through this statue. It shows David's frail body and how he could not have taken on just a big champion unless it was with the help of God. So that's one of the things that the sculpture showed. And it's also well known for being one of the large-scale free nude statues at the time. In conclusion, I have talked about Donatello's early life and some of the statues that made him famous. And I would also like to restate that Donatello lived from 1386 to 1466, meaning there were no programs of technology that would allow him to plan or sketch his artwork. He would have to basically do it all hands-on, writing the dimensions, the way they wanted to look on paper and even in his head. And he had such talent that he could make whatever was on his head through all the years appear into stone almost with lifelike human qualities. And this is why Donatello will always be known as one of the best sculptors in history. Thank you.